Button. Who's got the button?
Muffin Button.
Button. Oh yeah, I just finished watching all of that.
Oh, it's so good.
The early episodes needed some time to get used to, but they got so much better. Anyway, This is Riders of the Lost Zord. Totally not talking about Dragon Ball Abridged. We should do that one week.
Oh, yeah.
Again? You mean we should do it again?
We did?
Yeah, remember a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, this is before the nuke.
Yeah, in the dark times.
I'm confused. I thought we just talked about Dragon Ball.
No, we talked about everything concerning Dragon Ball. The games, the anime, some of the movies, Abridged. We've talked about everything.
Yeah.
But that's not...
Yes, Inbissel says SAO unabridged is good, too.
I want to give some of the abridged stuff. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Dragon Ball. We're here to talk about the past 5 episodes of Kamen Rider Ex-Aid. You know, those episodes with holidays and cheer and a girl we all want to punch. And that thing
death.
That made us all cry.
And bacon disease.
Bacon disease?
Bacon.
Yeah, when they scan the girl, and because she has the game disease, the little wavy things kind of look like bacon.
Ah.
Yeah.
She's, like, I don't mean to skip around. She's a Toku character I've seen in a long time.
You're
worst?
still cutting out
balls.
It's not bad, but it's every so often.
Yeah. So, the worst Toku character or the best?
Worst.
Yeah, she just kind of pops out of nowhere.
Like, I understand. There's probably a storyline with her and a backstory, and we got some of the backstory. I just don't fucking like it. She is annoying.
Yeah.
Like, she appears at the end of the 12th episode. We'll get to that in a second. And she's just like, hey, Snipe, are you going to beat up Genius Gamer M? And that is her character, and that is as far as it goes. We see a little bit of her at a gaming tournament years ago, you know, when M beats one of her friends or someone she looked to, they didn't tell us, and she gets all pissy. And since then, she's wanted his ass kicked. And she knows they're all Kamen Riders because reasons.
There's always reasons.
She's been lurking in the shadows.
He's hopefully not trying to get on Snipe's Magnum, because she looks 14.
Well,
but you gotta remember, the age of consent in Japan is 13.
Some prefectures. That's one.
I don't know.
But let's also talk about the transformations that happened in this.
Dangerous zombie?
Dangerous zombie. Even though it just looks like a more heavily armored Ex-Aide look, which I do actually prefer because of the color scheme is a lot better.
Oh god, the color scheme is amazing on Dangerous Zombie.
Yeah.
White and black with a little bit of red and purple splashed in. Dangerous Zombie might be so far my favorite designed form in Ex-Aid.
Yeah.
And I really love Brave's level 3 Rhythm Gamer.
Yeah.
But that's just silly.
And then, and his transformation device is the Game Boy Advance, the original one.
Oh, they've moved up a little bit.
Yeah. It used to be this random laser blaster / chainsaw weapon, but he decided, you know what? This would look better as a belt. Puts it around his waist, puts it in the shot, Dangerous Zombie happens.
And the whole thing with Dangerous Zombie is he had to make the game from the data of death. So he tried to go out of his way to get a person killed. And then he got himself killed and had his rider gauge broken. So he stabbed himself with that Bugster something and took the death data and lived through it, and then can use the Dangerous Zombie Gashat, which, as we see later when he's confronting Laser, apparently is hazardous to anyone else to use because they're not dead.
And also, you don't die either.
Yeah, because your rider gauge is broken.
Right. And boy, when you... They weren't kidding about when your gauge is down, you are dead. You don't even leave a corpse behind, you are gone.
Yeah, he gets into a fight with Laser, because Laser figures out everything he's planning, and, decides to confront him before telling all of his friends with the cell phone he has. Instead, says, hey, meet me here. I'm gonna go fuck with the guy first. And he does. And he uses the Dangerous Zombie Gashat, trying to get him paid off. It takes almost all of his health away before the fight even starts. Dan gets it back, and then just beats the shit out of him. And he tries to save himself the last second with a kick, but no, he dies. Mm. Body fades away, and he gives Emu his driver and Gashat.
Yep.
So what is he, a was he a boss level character? Because I was going to make a video game joke, and I was like, well, it is a video game show. Was he like a boss level character where you, when he dies, you know how bosses do?
No, he dehensions, and then he lays there, and his body starts to, like, depixelate a little, and then it just fades into nothingness. But, Dangerous Zombies level 10, where Laser at that point was only level 3.
Yeah, if you've ever played a Pokemon game where you're underleveled, you got your ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes RPGs, you can go one way or the other. Like, games like that where it's pretty much just rock, paper, scissors, type advantage, disadvantage, that's it. You're kind of fucked with 7 levels, but other games, you could pull it off.
Oh,
Yeah,
and somebody's going. I just know somebody's going to see in the comments. But I've seen runs in Kingdom Hearts where people have done level 1 runs and haven't been killed. Well,
I haven't even beaten Sephiroth. I've never beaten Sephiroth.
But yeah, that's because some people are more skilled than others.
And
some people just have more time.
That too. Yeah, Samu.
It mostly depends on the battle system as well.
It does.
Yeah. Then, like after an episode or so of getting their asses kicked by zombie, Emu gets a new Gashat. And boy, is this thing massive.
It's a dual Gashat, where it goes in both of his Gashat holes. It goes in both of his Gashat holes at once. I can't say that. I'm not adult enough. And he turns into, like, the chibi level 1, but it's level 10, and he has 2 different colored hair, and then instead of leveling up, he dual ups and separates into Mighty Brothers Double X, separating both parts of his personality. Which, I find it funny that this series made a big deal about the main rider having 2 personalities, when other series have done that, but then never done anything more with it. Like, recently when we watched Kiva, you all noticed Wataru had 2 distinct personalities, when he's henshined and when he's not.
Yeah, and he's not the first one to do that. Agito did that too.
But this is the first series to pay attention to that and to make something out of it. And even give both of the personalities a name. There's Emu and M, where Kiva, it's just, is Fangai or Blood attacking, or Kivat taking power? We don't know. But in this, it's his gamer personality wanting to fight and his doctor personality wanting to save each other. In this form, separating into 2 different parts that eventually have to work together and balance out their own desires to do what's right. I really like where they went with that.
Yeah,
that does sound really cool.
And they did have a little bit of fun with it too. Like, who are you? I'm Emu, but that's me, not you.
That to happen, because it was a Gashat at Parade was planning to use to kill him with, but because he has the Bugster disease, it just worked with him, and he created a new game.
Yeah, and I do gotta say, their finisher that they did, both of them,
it was the coolest finisher in the series. So
it has hit my top 5 finishers for Kamen Rider.
But it's definitely way up there so far. I want to see what else they're going to do, because he needs to use a finisher for his key slasher sword. He's just done a rider kick, which it's like both sides of him combo kicking him, turning into their level 10 singular form, uppercutting them into the air, jumping, hitting them again, and then separating and doing a Cyclone, Joker, double kick.
I was gonna say the OG rider kick, double rider kick with Ichigo and Nago. And
from seeing that, I want to see what they're gonna do with his other finishers in that form. Possibly how Brave and Snipes upgraded form. Is it only one of them going to be able to use it at once, or both? I don't know, because it's another dual Gashat.
Nobody knows.
Because if so, I would love them to do some kind of tag team, like Missile Barrage and Sword combo. That would be fucking cool. But anyway, he, Zombie and the Bugsters, and we get, a little bit more backstory with finding out that he has the gamer disease. We get introduced to annoying bitch tits. And then just some little stuff back and forth. Eventually she steals Snipes' Gashat and Driver and tries to use it to attack Emu and gets game disease. I'm guessing to people who haven't had the surgery and been quote-unquote inoculated with it or already have it in a contained sense, they immediately contract it when using the Gashats.
Huh.
That's the only way I can think of it, because she didn't have it before, and the second she used it, it immediately infected her. And it went to a higher stage, because most people have it in a dormant stage until it takes active. Hers was immediately active.
Yeah, they probably are going to kind of slowly get rid of the level 1 transformation.
Yeah, they're already weeding them out, because the bugsters have mutated to the point where they immediately separate from the person. Because, well, diseases mutate in real life.
Yep.
Also, it seems that older bugsters are coming back in stronger form.
Mm-hmm.
And they're fighting the riders again. It seems like maybe the original kid with Salty, or whatever his name, he had it, but it also infected someone else, and that strain of him evolved into a stronger version, and that's the one he fought recently.
Right.
It's
Apparently, I'm sorry, go ahead.
it's a good way to reuse old suits and just update them instead of creating a unique, 5 or 10 unique monster design, so they can, save on budgeting cost. And with the theming, it's totally plausible that it would work that way.
So according to Invissal, Ex-Aide was patient 0 for the Bugster virus?
I was going to get to that. Apparently, he contracted it first, or it was implanted in him, and he is where it all started. And they're just figuring that out.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll have a 12 Monkeys thing going on with, Bruce Willis and time travel and all those hijinks.
Oh god, if this series gets time travel.
If it's done right, in general, if time travel is done right, it can be good and it can work, but it has to be done right.
Goku has a bad habit of doing wrong.
I thought the time travel in Kiva came off okay.
That was one of the few times it's done right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's done right, it's good. It'll come off right. But if it's done bad in general, in anything.
Are you talking about the movie or in show?
We'll say in show.
They work it perfectly fine. The only 2 times in Toku I have seen time travel done right is Kiva and the twice it happens in Kabuto. I mean, Time Ranger counts because they do it perfectly fine. But
now, I haven't seen Time Ranger.
Well,
are they stuck 1,000 years in the past until the end, or can they go back and forth?
They're stuck there. They're stuck there.
Because from what I hear, those 2 shows are very similar story-wise.
Yeah, they're a little bit of a. I've seen the first 4 episodes of Time Ranger. It's a little bit of spoilers here for Time Ranger.
This old show.
Yeah, it's a very old show, so if you haven't seen it, go see it now. They pretty much dang how it goes.
They're following another villain to the past, and their Red Ranger dies, and they need someone with his biocode again.
No.
No?
Their Red Ranger was apparently evil, working for the other guys.
Oh.
Really?
That's
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So he pretty much, he was kind of tricking them into going to the past, but Pink was actually knew of his plan the entire time.
Did
I'm interested. That's a good hook.
Signature to use the morpher?
They used the same. Well, they found his ancestor.
Okay.
Yeah, so they did use that from Time Force. Used that from Time Ranger.
Okay. I wish they would have had the evil Ranger things. That's really cool. I'd love to have a in canon evil Red.
It's probably in later episodes or something. But anyway, back to Ex-Aide, and the appearance of Paradox happened.
You mean Paradx?
It's pronounced Paradox.
I know, but Japanese like to just spell things weird because
Wouldn't that just be Paradix? Without the O, it'd just be Paradix. Like a pair of dicks.
Well, he is kind of a paradick. There's 2 of him, and he's a dick.
Yeah.
Aww.
Now, he doesn't have a belt.
No, he just uses a dual gashat with a turner on it. He turns it to a certain way, and there's a belt on his paradox form, but it's not like a rider belt. It's just a place to put the gashat on the side to do his finisher.
Yeah. And he has 2 forms. A puzzle game, and a fighting game that isn't Gekirotsu robots.
Fighter?
What?
Perfect puzzle and knockout fighter, right?
Right.
And honestly, I love both of these forms. They feel like they really take advantage of the video gamey nature of both their form and battle.
I kind of like the fighter form a little bit better than the puzzle form.
I just like the puzzle because he manipulates the power-ups around it. And I think that's kind of effing awesome.
Yeah. It's there's not enough power-ups around here. Let's make them all speed power-ups.
Oh, I know. I mean, Toku has a distinct lack of power-up abilities and forms. I really think they should go down that avenue and see what happens.
Well, in Ex-Aide, normally when they break an object in their area when they're playing a game and fighting, power-ups can come out of them. Perfect Puzzle can bring all those power-ups out and move them like he's playing a puzzle, put them all into one, or change them all at once.
Yeah, but yeah, some other tokus have a power-up kind of thing, like Drive. With his tires, he got a different ability to it.
Yeah. A lot more Kamen Riders have quote-unquote power-ups and mini form changes than Sentai do.
Right.
Like, Fours technically has 4 different power-ups he can use for his different limb weapons, the modules.
And then there's Wizard and his ring.
I would consider, some of them are power-ups and some of them are... They're, split, left and right rings.
I believe it's all right. Everything done with the right hand are magical abilities, while everything on the left hand is form changes.
Yeah. Like
Tuxedo.
Mm-hmm. When, back to Ex-Aide, not really well fucking designed. Dangerous Zombie and Knockout are 2 of my favorite designs from this show so far. Because Knockout Fighter just looks like he wants to punch the shit out of you, and he does indeed want to punch the shit out of you.
Kind of looks like the fist could actually... He could do like a rocket punch with his fist.
They can't have 2 people that do rocket punches. But he looks like he do it.
He could do it twice.
Yeah, there was something I wanted to bring up. I swear to God, if Emu doesn't get some upgrade to his mech fighter form, at least once, raise his mech fist into the air and scream "Shining Finger" and punch someone, please.
That would be awesome. I love G Gundam.
I was waiting to recognize.
That's my favorite Gundam. I know it's probably not the best, but it's my favorite.
I've heard of it. I have not watched it.
I love Domon as the protag.
Domon's amazing. Just use Gekirotsu robots and just go, "My love, my anger, and all of my sorrow," and then fuck guys up.
Sekeha Tenkyoken.
I have not seen it in Japanese. I'm guessing that's what he says.
That's what they say in the American dub, too. I think they just say Tenkyoken. I don't think they say the whole thing.
Yeah, I saw it years ago.
That was like his burning fist of the East, or whatever Master Asia's attack was. God, Master Asia was so cool.
Oh, we might have to have a G Gundam thing.
Oh, I would love that. I didn't realize the nostalgia attached to it until we just started talking. I was like, oh, man.
It's not a culturally diverse characters, except they're all terrible stereotypes.
I was going to say, it's not really culturally diverse, it's just pretty much archetypes of culture.
No, they're stereotypes. Emperor, cowboy.
What the hell was our Gundam guy's name? Because he was like a cowboy, and then he became the Queen of Hearts.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I need to rewatch that series, because it was good. But, as far as that really all that happened in these 5 episodes, not that much plot, but a lot of power growing. And honestly, more than the end, just because I think they have much better fight scenes.
Yeah, pretty much we jump from level 5 being the highest to level 10 to level 50 in about 5 episodes.
That's my biggest fear with this show. The power creep is going too quick. We're not even at episode 20, and we have level 50 enemies.
So we're going into DBZ mode.
They're very quickly becoming pointless.
Yeah. Power levels.
If they could stretch it out a little bit long, or not give them the level, I think it would work a little bit more. I'll talk about Geki till I'm blue in the face. How Geki, their power creep felt a little bit better, because they didn't give you levels, and there was a lot of time in between their power-ups. And, they trained for it instead of just using a new tool.
Right.
We've already seen scans say level 90, so that be too far off. And we see Brave and Snipe level 50. Where's it going to go from there? Is it just a level 99 and level 50s? How is the enemy going to scale to that? Because so far, the Bugsters don't have levels themselves. But they seem to scale to, level 3s and level 5. And the most recent Bugster seems to scale to a level... Do they scale to the strongest rider in the area? I don't know how that works. When you put definite numbers and levels on things, it makes it hard to judge.
Invissel also just commented, Double Bros XX, each using former Gashot. shots.
Can they?
I don't know, can they?
They
Because I
might.
know one of the Kamen Rider Ex-Aid Flash programs, you can make his left and right form use different gashats. Maybe he can take the dual gashat out and put another gashat in and get level 15 or 2 level 15s out of it. I'm not sure.
Well,
Can we left side using Shigaraki Sports, right side using the robot, or eventually his level 4, the cooking?
no idea. But I would actually say that when they go into that double form of them, I believe what Para said is technically they're going into level 20 and kicking your ass.
Yeah, but it's 2 separate ones.
Yeah.
So you're basically tag teamed by 2 level 10 characters. I want to see where they're going with it.
Yeah, me too.
Because what if, in his level, his double X, his 2 level 10s, each of them uses the, Dragon Knight Hunter Z, so they become 2 level 25. Can then he fight Peridot on level with him?
Probably.
I got confused. It would be 2 level 15s.
Well, that would be a combined total of a level 30.
I mean, if 7 levels got killed, do you think 15 would be enough? I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's where I like this series so much, but the levels are making it difficult to see how you can stand a chance against someone.
Well, only time will tell
Yeah.
to see what happens in the future.
We're probably gonna get, I know we're gonna get rather soon, some new gashats. The Safari Gamer for Snipe, Safari Gamer for Snipe using Drago Hunter Z on his own, Ex-Aide's, Burger Time Gamer with kind of, here's a level XX, and here's a level 4. And then, there's a tank gamer for Snipe's solo thing. Brave is getting one. And we don't know when they're getting their level 50s or Ex-Aide's getting his level 90. And I hope his level 99 has changed because it looks fucking stupid. I just want to throw that out there. It's basically his head.
Oh, and then soon enough I think this is going to be a movie only, but there's going to be a true Brave Gashat coming out.
I think that might be in this main series. Because it's it's a proto-Tattle Quest. So I want to see what they're going to do with that. If it's going to be another person, or if it's going to be movie only. Because those scans came out just the other night. I want to see how Ex-Aide's going to play out. It's so good right now, but the power levels are making me weary.
Oh,
I love the story so far.
According to the thing I'm reading here about the True Brave thing, apparently he's going to be an evil rider.
I mean, we already have 3. That means we have 3 riders and 3 riders, unless Bitch Tits picks up Kiria's old Gashat, and she is totally not worthy.
Yeah, and just looking at notes, True Brave is going to be the second villainous rider who's just an upgraded form of a heroic rider.
Okay.
And if you're wondering who the first one is, it's Dark Kiva.
Well, wouldn't we consider Zombie, Gem Zombie, a upgraded form of a main rider?
Maybe.
Because, he's the Black Ex-Aide, just at a higher level now.
Yeah.
But I want to see where it's going. This has been the first, Toku in a while that I've watched, even semi-weekly, and don't fuck me, please. Don't fuck me.
It's gonna fuck you. It's going to fuck.
Is it at least gonna be gentle?
No, not in the least.
Is it gonna be a, dangerous zombie doing it?
Probably.
Also, question. Now that Gem and, Dan is, dangerous zombie, can he not bite anyone anymore if they then use dangerous zombie?
Oh, you're thinking if Dangerous Zombie could spread to others?
No, just him as his normal person. If he, bit Emu, would Emu then be able to use dangerous zombie? Because that's how zombie plagues work.
Yeah, I just said that.
Well, I thought you meant, in the rider form, but...
I was just saying in general.
Yeah, that has me curious. Are they gonna take that serious?
I want to say most likely not, but probably.
Is he gonna have to, take Zombrex every few hours so he doesn't go crazy?
Who knows? That's the future.
Okay, not many people have played Dead Rising 2 then.
No, I have. I just didn't really care for the mechanic.
No, it was a dumb mechanic.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about all we can cover for Ex-Aid so far. We'll probably be back with 16 to 20, or we'll do 16 to 20 so we're not cut off in the middle of a story arc next time.
Yeah, 20 to 30.
I'd rather end on even episodes, especially for Kamen Rider.
Yeah. So
Alright, this was Riders of the Lost Sword, and we'll catch you next game.
Oh, yeah.